Hello, today I'm going to show you how to build a simple wooden house in Minecraft. Now you start off with the shape. So you want to go for a shape something like this, because if it's a square it can end up looking really blocky, but if it has bits that juts out, it's places for your eyes to go to. So try and think of a shape, even if it's just a sort of L shape. Try getting a good shape for your house. So you want to build that up for maybe 3 blocks. Right, once you've got that, you want to start adding a bit of detail. So we can get some glass panes. So don't go for this normal boring clear glass pane. Try and go for something like this white stained glass pane, because it looks better. So draw a place, or punch a place where you want your front door to be, so you don't get confused, and add in some places where you want some windows to be. Once you've got your windows in place, you can start to work on covering those over, so you can just go around like this. So when you've covered over all the windows, now what you need to do is you need to get some logs. I've chosen oak logs, and just build up from the sides. You sort of want to go round the top like this. Like go over the top, connecting them all up. When you've done that, just build up from this frame a bit, like this. So maybe about 4 blocks or so. Then when you've done that, we can start working on the second layer. So take your oak planks, oh it's getting dark. So take your oak planks and do the same thing we did on the first layer, up to 3, all the way around like this. So go up to the top like that. Yeah. And then you can add in your windows. So once you've added in your windows at the top, you can just see I've sort of just added them in around. What you want to do is we want to start working on a roof design. So you can go with a stone roof. So stone brick roof, like this. And you just want to work your way around like this. So you want to have a nice overhang and work your way around like that, like this. Once you reach your corner, what you want to do is, or once you reach one of these little jutty bits, just don't go over that bit and just continue going around like this. Once you've finished that, you should be left with something that looks a little bit like this. So you have some gaps, and on these bits you don't have any sort of bricks at all. So now what we need to do is we need to make a basic little frame like this. So you just want to go up, up, like this, staircase up. And then you've got this sort of frame for a house. And then you can just build in from this. So you can just go around the house like this. I find it's quicker just to do an underlayer first, and then go over, like this. Then you can fill in around here. And once you reach here, you want to do the same thing we did over there. So bring you one block out over here, and one block out over here, and staircase upwards on both sides until they meet in the middle. Once you've done that, you just need to continue through here, like this. So go down. Oops. And once you reach here, we do the same thing we've done on every other side. We go out, out, like this. And then we build up until it meets in the middle. Right, once that's done, again, we're just going to fill it around here, like this. And the very first thing we're going to do is fill in these little gaps here, over the top, and we're going to bring it out to here, like this. So we're going to go along, filling it all in, until we get to here, and then we go to the next one and fill it in. But it's probably faster just to do this. Once you finish that, so it's all around here, you just want to do the same sort of idea with this. So you want to connect this up to this, like this. Like, connect this all the way down here, stop when it gets to here. So you just want to do that, and then you connect it up, like that. So you do that with all of this. So just with this side, and yeah. Right, once you've done that, you only really want to do it on one side, so you keep the other side for now. Once you've done that, you do the same here. And you do it until you reach this point, and then it sort of gets complex. So once you've got this, we have to work on connecting it all up. So we'll start with just simply connecting the corners like this. So we're just going to simply plop these down, connect these corners. So once you've connected the corners like this, what you need to do is just connect these sides here until about here. So we're not going to worry about this bit up here, just this side, and connect it. Right, so once you've filled everything in, you're going to be left, well, if you've built it like I have, you might be left with this sort of issue here. So just fill it across, like this, until you get to about here. And then just build upwards, like that, and build across again. So we're going to leave a tiny little gap at the top, for a tiny little, I don't know what you would say, but a jutty outy bit at the top. I don't know what the official term is. So then you're going to be left with this. You can fill this in. And then you could either add a window in here, which would work totally fine, but it does look a bit weird from the outside to see a sort of jutty outy bit. So what you can also do is remove this and just connect it in like this, which is what I would do. And it doesn't look perfect, but as long as you're not really viewing it from that angle, you'll be fine. So once you've done that, you want to fill in the frame by just filling in the bits around, even if you will have to, whoops, move this like this, and then yeah, you might have to clear some bricks out to put the frame in. So once you've filled in the frames, you can just add, a little bit that comes up through here, like that. That's not symmetrical. It needs to be one block further out. Now I can fiddle that in. There we go. You can add something like that. And if you really want to, you can connect it up in another little mini frame, like that. And then you can do that on each side, depending on which sort of, what's the centre of it and all that. So I would recommend placing a block in the centre, and then doing something like that. And just building a nice little frame, just like that. And then on the other side, do exactly the same thing, but this is a 2-block centre, so we just have these 2 blocks in the middle, do exactly the same thing like that, place a little frame in there. If we really want to be fancy, we can place it in there. And we really, for the exterior at least, on the home straight, then we just fill in, we fill in these gaps with oak planks, like that. And on this side too. Whoops, I've messed up. We don't want it there, we want it just 1 block in. And then we fill this in, like that. Do the same on the other side. We do this because we want it to have some nice depth. There we go. And also over the top. Let's just fill in the stone, like that. Yeah. And then the same on the other side as well. Then fill in the stone. So then we'll be left with something on the lines of this. And you have 2 options. Your first one is just to fill in this gap with a glass pane like that. Or your second option is to get a glass block and place it 1 block back, which either way works. Personally, I prefer this way just because it adds some depth into the build. So I prefer the solid glass. So that's what we shall do. So we can make some reasonably large windows on each wall. There we go. And then the exterior is pretty much complete. So you have this nice house design. It's got plenty of windows, although I'm not liking this window. This window couldn't be lined up with the top layer, like this. Much better. I would tell you how to do the interior, but that's for another video all by itself. So yeah, this is the house. I am aware that it does look a bit weird up here, but it will do. You sort of have to put up with that. And then now all we need is a front door. What type of door should we make it? Let's make it a dark oak door. And this is your house. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.